it's still September 6th, 7:23 p.m. So I started working on MJ's class, online course that I bought months ago on how to read your birth chart, because I've been trying to put together the birth charts for these loved ones that I was supposed to do a long time ago. And I'm getting it together, and I'm like, okay, let me jump in to, I have the skeleton of what I'm going to work on, but I wanted to take your class. I mean, total, I mean, it's a pretty decent class. I mean, in terms of price range, I think it's like $35, which is cake, right? And I bought this like months ago. And I'm so grateful I did, because it's definitely like opening my mind a little bit more. And because I found my old birth charts, the first one that was ever done, I can see now why it looks a little different. But anyways, the part that's like I'm sitting with right now, that I had to pause for a minute and digest the information that she's giving me. Well, one, she breaks her classes in segments. And so there's like 30-minute segments, 17-minute segments, and you're going through it. I've been stuck on this first segment. It's like 30 minutes long. Probably a little more. I'm 30 minutes in and I'm almost done. But I've been stuck on it for the past 3 hours. Cause you know, I'm looking at that, I'm referencing the book, I'm looking stuff up at, you know, just to gain, like, have a background of like some information, and you know, to make it make sense for me. And so she's going through her PowerPoint, and there's this list of the signs, and she's assigned the archetypes to these signs. So now the natural question for me was, well, what are the stories of the zodiac sign, right? Like, this whole world is like fairly new to me. Well, a year old, right? And so I didn't, I mean, I guess I knew there were archetypes. I mean, I remember when I reached out to Honor about, when I asked her to do a tarot reading for me, I remember she talked about archetypes and kind of gave me the breakdown of like the zodiac signs, or even like the tarot cards were archetypes. Excuse me. And so there's these, so I'm just, after seeing the archetypes labels for the signs, now I'm just curious, like, well, what's the background story, right? How is it that they were named that? Like, you know, Aries is considered the warrior, the pioneer. Taurus is the builder, the provider. Gemini is the messenger, and she goes on and on. So it's fascinating. I'm curious. and so she has this sentence that she has us fill out. So it's, I am a blank, which is where you put in your sun sign and the archetype, or this archetype, with the soul of a blank, moon sign archetype, wearing the mask of a blank, your ascendant sign and archetype. And I was looking at how she defines sun sign and rising sign, and I kind of like jumbled it up a little bit in my understanding, because I'm still learning about this. And so I plug in the stuff and I have to sit with it for a minute, because I have to sit with it for a minute. I just have to sit with it. So when I plugged it in, it says, I am a messenger with the soul of a master or ruler, wearing the mask of a diplomat. I am a messenger with the soul of a master ruler, wearing the mask of a diplomat. I am a messenger with the soul of a master ruler, wearing the mask of a diplomat. I could just... I mean, what do you do with that sentence? How do you process that sentence? How do you process that sentence? So then I'm wondering, right? Of all the other Yubis in the world who were born on my birthday at the exact time, where are they? Where are they? I mean, for me, that this feels like a heavy sentence. It's a heavy sentence. Yeah. So anyways, I'm gonna add the link to her class in the description box if you guys are interested in taking that class, because it's, wow. I mean, it's so far so good. And I'm only stuck on the first segment for the past 3 hours trying to like make sense of it all. But I'm excited for how this is gonna help me help others, really, and that's the goal of this. It's just like, how can I use this to help others? And funny, the video that came out today, I think the video, I don't have good reception here, so I can't really watch my videos on my phone, but if I remember correctly, the video that came out today, I'm talking about the birth chart, and I'm talking about what my goal is, which is to find a way to incorporate this into treatment, into into treatment and helping people heal. So it's funny, right? Just this repeated thing. So I'm excited to, and this is just 30 minutes into the class. So we'll see what other discoveries I come across. But you know, that's some heavy shit. for me, it's heavy. It's heavy. A little heavy. To process. Yeah. On the plus note, on the plus side, my cough is getting better, but I've decided to quarantine for at least 1 more week, just to be sure. So hopefully by the end of my little quarantining, I will have mastered this class and dive into the book a little bit more and finish these birth charts and have a better understanding. And if I did your free birth chart before I took the class, before today's date, my timeline date, not the posted timeline date, because by the time you get this, by the time this post, it'll be, I mean, my past. But I have a few people in mind that I did their an amateur birth chart reading, but I'm more than happy to revisit that and try to see if there's anything else that I need to add to it. So yeah, all right, we'll see what happens next.
My name is Yubi, and in case you haven't figured it out, this footage is capturing my experience as I learn to navigate my personal spiritual awakening. I am learning that this experience is unique to each one of us. In whatever way we believe we are embracing living our truth, this just happens to be my journey. And despite me having a graduate degree and a license in clinical social work, this by no means is intended to replace any type of mental health advice. This is just me on a personal level, documenting my experience, shedding light on the truth that I am learning and discovering for myself, and really inviting you along for the ride. If by some magical chance you find this content to be helpful in any way, shape, or form, please click the like button, share the message, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have an Instagram account, a personal one, and one specifically for this channel that you're more than welcome to check out. I'm an open book. I have also created t-shirt designs. I'm wearing my favorite one right now, which is the North Node design, but I have that and other things that you can look at inspired by this process and journey, and I have the link in the description box as well as in the about section of my YouTube channel. So you're more than welcome to check those items out. Any type of support is great. Again, if you find this content really helpful or meaningful, sometimes when we take that step and be vulnerable, with showing what's inside our hearts and what's really our truth, we realize that we're much more connected than what we thought we were. And so I hope that as I'm living this experience and that you find some type of truth for yourself, or find some type of ability to heal in some way just by relating, just by knowing that you're not alone. That really has been my goal with this process, not just being able to connect with others, but really for my own healing. It's definitely been a therapeutic experience and a very creative one for myself. So I thank you, and I wish you all the best, and we'll see what else comes next for me.